My girlfriend said, "You don't mind if my coworker joins, right? He's more fun than you anyway." They spent the whole dinner laughing at jokes I wasn't part of. I quietly paid for my meal only and left. When she came home later and saw what I'd placed on the table next to her purse, she stopped walking completely. I'm Blake, 35, and 3 nights ago, my girlfriend of 2 years humiliated me at dinner with her coworker, then came home to find her apartment key and a note explaining exactly why we were done. What she didn't expect was that I'd already been documenting her behavior for weeks, and that single dinner was just the final piece of evidence I needed to walk away with zero guilt. I met Rachel when I was 33. She was 30, worked in digital marketing for a tech startup, had this bubbly personality that drew people in. We met through a dating app, hit it off on the first date, and fell into a relationship that felt comfortable and easy. Or at least it did for the first year. Around 6 months ago, Rachel started a new position at her company. More responsibility, bigger projects, working with a new team. She seemed excited about it, talked constantly about her colleagues, especially one guy named Tyler. Tyler was apparently hilarious, brilliant at his job, always had the best ideas in meetings. Tyler this, Tyler that. I didn't think much of it initially. She was excited about work, that's normal. But then the comparisons started. Tyler suggested this restaurant. He has such good taste. Tyler made everyone laugh so hard today, you would have loved it. Except she never seemed to think I'd actually love it, because she never invited me to meet these colleagues she spent so much time talking about. 3 months ago, she started working late more often. Team meeting ran long. Working on a project with Tyler. Happy hour with the work crew. I'd ask if I could join sometime. She'd say it was just work people, I'd be bored. Fair enough, I thought. Everyone needs their own social circle. But I started noticing other things. She'd angle her phone away when texting. She'd take calls in the other room. When I'd ask about her day, she'd give vague answers. Classic signs, but I wanted to believe there was an innocent explanation. 2 weeks ago, I did something I'm not proud of but don't regret. Rachel had left her laptop open on the kitchen table, logged into her messages. I shouldn't have looked, but I did. What I found was months of messages with Tyler, not explicitly sexual, but definitely inappropriate. Inside jokes, complaints about me being boring or not getting her sense of humor, Tyler calling her gorgeous, and her responding with blushing emojis. Messages about grabbing lunch or drinks, always just the two of them. Plans to meet up on weekends when she'd told me she was doing girls' brunch or running errands. I took screenshots of everything, sent them to myself, deleted the evidence that I'd been in her messages. Then I started planning my exit. I didn't confront her immediately. I wanted to see how far she'd take it, how blatant she'd be, whether she'd actually respect our relationship or keep pushing boundaries. Last Friday night, Rachel came home around 6 p.m. and said, "Hey, so change of plans for dinner tonight." We'd planned to go to this Italian place we both liked, just the two of us. Friday date night, something we'd been trying to maintain despite her busy schedule. "What kind of change?" I asked. "Tyler's coming with us. That's okay, right?" "You invited your coworker to our date night?" "It's not like that. He just moved to the area and doesn't know many people. I thought it would be nice to include him." "You don't mind, do you? He's more fun than you anyway." She said it with a laugh like it was a joke. But it wasn't. The way she said it, casual, dismissive, like my feelings didn't matter, told me everything. "Sure," I said. "Why not?" We met Tyler at the restaurant at 7 p.m. He was exactly what I'd imagined. Good-looking, charming, confident. The kind of guy who walks into a room and assumes everyone will like him. He shook my hand, said, "Great to finally meet you, man," like we were old friends. From the moment we sat down, I might as well have been invisible. Tyler and Rachel talked non-stop. Inside, jokes about work people I'd never met. References to things they'd done together that I hadn't known about. Laughing at stories I wasn't part of, leaning toward each other, completely in their own world. I tried to join the conversation a few times, made comments, asked questions. They'd respond politely, then immediately go back to their dynamic duo routine. After about 40 minutes, I realized I was just background noise. The server came to check on us. Rachel and Tyler were mid-story, laughing about something. I caught the server's eye and said quietly, "Can I get my check? Just for my meal?" "You want separate checks?" she asked. "Just mine. They can figure theirs out." She nodded, understanding in her eyes. Came back 5 minutes later with my check. I paid cash, stood up while Rachel and Tyler were still laughing about something. "I'm heading out," I said. Rachel looked up, surprised. "What? Why?" "You two seem to have this covered. I'm going home." "Blake, don't be dramatic." "I'm not being dramatic. I'm leaving. Have a good night." I walked out. Heard Rachel call my name once, but I didn't turn around. Got in my car and drove, not to our apartment, but to a coffee shop nearby. Sat there for 2 hours thinking about what I was going to do. Around 10 p.m., I went back to the apartment. Rachel's car wasn't there yet. Good. I let myself in with my key, went to our bedroom, packed a bag with essentials. Then I took the screenshots I'd printed out earlier that week from my car, pages of her messages with Tyler, highlighted with notes about dates and times. I laid them out on the dining table next to where she always threw her purse when she came home. On top of the papers, I placed my key to the apartment, and a note that said, "Since Tyler is more fun than me anyway, you two should have plenty of time together now. We're done. Don't contact me. Everything you need to know is in these messages, the ones you didn't think I'd ever see." I took my bag and left. Update 1. I went to my friend Marcus's place. He lives about 20 minutes away, has a spare room, and didn't ask questions when I showed up with a bag at 10:30 p.m. "Crashed and burned?" he asked. "Completely." "Want to talk about it?" "Tomorrow. Tonight, I just need to sleep." I turned off my phone and went to bed. Woke up around 8 a.m. Saturday to Marcus making coffee. I turned my phone back on. 68 notifications, texts, calls, voicemails, all from Rachel. The texts progressed through stages. First, confusion. "Where did you go? Why did you leave?" Then discovery. "What are these papers? You went through my messages?" Then anger. "You had no right to invade my privacy like that." Then panic. "Please call me. We need to talk about this." Then desperation. "Blake, please, I'm sorry. It's not what you think." I didn't respond to any of them. Just scrolled through, deleted most, kept a few for documentation in case I needed them later. Marcus sat down with coffee. "So what happened?" I told him everything. The months of Tyler talk, the inappropriate messages, the dinner where I became a third wheel on my own date night. He listened without interrupting. "You did the right thing," he said when I finished. "No argument, no drama, just evidence and exit. Clean. She's going to try to explain it away. Say I misunderstood the messages, that Tyler's just a friend. Let her. You're not responding anyway, right?" "Right." Saturday afternoon, Rachel showed up at Marcus's place. I don't know how she found me. Probably called my friends until someone told her. Marcus answered the door. "He doesn't want to see you," I heard him say. "Please, I just need 5 minutes. To explain." "There's nothing to explain. He saw your messages. He was at that dinner. He knows exactly what's going on." "It's not what he thinks." "Rachel, he's not coming to the door. You need to leave." I heard her crying, pleading. Then I heard Marcus close the door. He came back to the living room. "She's gone." "Thanks, man." "You good?" "Yeah, I'm good." Update 2. Sunday, Rachel tried a different approach. She texted, "I talked to Tyler. Told him we can't be friends anymore. I chose you. Can we please talk?" I didn't respond. An hour later, "I know I messed up, but nothing physical happened with Tyler. We were just friends. I got carried away with the attention. Please give me a chance to explain." I didn't respond. That evening, I'm going to your parents' house. They deserve to know what's happening. Maybe they can talk sense into you. That one got a response from me. Feel free. They already know. I called them yesterday, told them everything. They agree I did the right thing. She didn't text back after that. Monday morning, I called my landlord. The apartment was in my name. Rachel had just been living there, and asked about the process for getting her out. He said since she wasn't on the lease, I could give her 30 days notice to vacate. I sent her a formal text. You have 30 days to find a new place and move out. The apartment is in my name. I'll be back next week to get my things. Tuesday, she tried calling from a different number. I answered, thinking it might be work-related. Blake, please stop ignoring me. I hung up. She called back immediately. I know you're angry. You have every right to be. But can we please just talk for 5 minutes, in person, so I can explain? There's nothing to explain. I saw the messages. I sat through that dinner. I watched you choose Tyler over me repeatedly for months. We're done. I didn't choose him. You did. Every time you complained about me to him, every time you met up with him and lied to me about where you were, every time you made me feel like I wasn't enough, you chose him. Nothing happened. I don't care if you slept with him or not. You emotionally checked out of our relationship months ago. You were building something with him while letting me think we were fine. That's enough. Blake, you have 30 days. Don't contact me again. I hung up and blocked that number too. Update 3. It's been 3 weeks since I left those papers on the table. Rachel moved out of the apartment last weekend. I had Marcus go with me to make sure she was actually gone and hadn't left any surprises. She'd taken her stuff, left my things alone, didn't trash the place. Small miracle. She left a letter on the kitchen counter. Long handwritten thing apologizing, explaining that she'd gotten caught up in Tyler's attention because she felt like I didn't see her anymore. That she'd made terrible choices but never physically cheated. That she wanted to try therapy to work things out. I read it once, then I threw it away. Tyler apparently got fired. Not because of the relationship stuff, their company didn't care about that, but because Rachel, in her desperation to prove she'd chosen me, had gone to HR and accused him of harassment. Made up stories about unwanted advances. He got terminated pending investigation. Then when the messages came out showing she'd been an equal participant, HR decided it was too messy and let both of them go. Rachel called me from yet another new number last week. Tyler got fired because of me, because I tried to fix things with you. And now I lost my job too. Are you happy? I didn't make you lie to HR. That was your choice. I did it for us. There is no us. Stop calling me. I blocked that number too. Final update. It's been 2 months since the dinner. The one where Tyler was more fun than me. Hard to keep track of Rachel's versions of reality. I'm back in the apartment full-time. Redecorated a bit, made it feel less like ours and more like mine. Been focusing on work, hitting the gym regularly, spending time with friends I'd neglected during the relationship. Rachel's moved back in with her parents according to mutual friends, still unemployed. Tyler's working for a different company now, dating someone new. They're not in contact anymore. I guess when the excitement of the forbidden workplace flirtation disappeared and it cost them both their jobs, whatever they had evaporated pretty quickly. A mutual friend, someone who knew both of us but stayed neutral, reached out last week. Rachel wanted me to ask if you'd be willing to meet for coffee, for closure. Tell her no, and tell her to stop using friends as messengers. If she can't respect that I want no contact, I'll get a restraining order. She's really struggling, Blake. Lost her job, lost you, feels like her life fell apart. Her life fell apart because she made bad choices. That's not my responsibility to fix. Fair enough, I'll tell her. I haven't heard from Rachel since. Don't expect to. She finally seems to understand that this is permanent. My parents asked me last week if I was doing okay emotionally. Honest answer? I'm fine. Better than fine. There was a moment at that dinner, sitting there watching her laugh with Tyler, realizing she'd rather be with him than me, where something just clicked. I wasn't angry or hurt in the moment. I was just done. The hurt came later over the next few days, processing the betrayal. But it was manageable because I knew I'd made the right call. Walking away from someone who doesn't value you isn't weakness. It's self-preservation. Some friends think I should have given her a chance to explain, to work things out. I disagree. The messages spoke for themselves. The dinner spoke for itself. Tyler being more fun than me spoke for itself. She'd been checking out of our relationship for months, building an emotional connection with someone else, and I was just supposed to wait around hoping she'd remember I existed? No thanks. I'm Blake, 35, single, living alone, learning to trust my gut when someone shows me they don't value me. Rachel showed me, and I finally paid attention. That's enough for me. Edit 1. People keep asking if I feel bad about going through her messages. Honest answer? No. If I hadn't looked, I'd still be in the dark while she continued her emotional affair. Sometimes you need to confirm what your gut is already telling you. Edit 2. The apartment lease situation was simple because she'd never been added to it. She'd just been living there and contributing to rent. Since my name was the only one on the lease, legally she was just a guest. Made the 30-day notice straightforward. Edit 3. For those wondering about Tyler getting fired, I had nothing to do with that. Rachel made false accusations to HR trying to prove to me she was choosing me over him. It backfired spectacularly when HR investigated and found the messages showing mutual participation. Both of them losing their jobs was entirely her doing.